The galaxy believed in one thing above all else. Not kings, not armies, not even ancient laws. It believed in the AI. It was known as the core intelligence. No one knew who created it. No one knew how old it was. But everyone trusted it because it never made a mistake. The core intelligence had one purpose: to judge every intelligent species in the galaxy and give them a score. From 1 to 10, this score decided everything. A low score meant a species was weak. They would stay small, ignored, and controlled. A high score meant power, respect, access to advanced technology. For thousands of years, the system worked perfectly. The strongest warriors scored high. The smartest minds scored high. The most advanced civilizations reached 9, sometimes 9.5. But no one had ever reached 10, because 10 meant perfection, and perfection did not exist. One day, something changed. A new species was added to the system, a small, unknown species from a distant blue planet. Humans. Most of the galaxy did not care. Some laughed. These creatures still fight each other. They are emotional and unstable. They destroy their own world. Many expected a low score, maybe 3, maybe 4, at best 5. But the system did not judge based on opinions. It only judged truth. The test began. Across the galaxy, giant screens lit up. On space stations, on warships, on peaceful planets. Everyone was watching. The core intelligence started scanning humanity. It did not just look at one moment. It looked at everything. It saw wars, huge wars that destroyed cities. It saw anger, fear, pain. The aliens watching nodded. Yes, this is what we expected. But the AI did not stop there. It looked deeper. It saw a soldier in the middle of war. He was injured. The battle was not over. But he saw a child crying under broken walls. He made a choice. He did not run. He did not fight. He went back and saved the child. The aliens watching became quiet. The AI moved forward. It showed a doctor in a small hospital. The doctor had not slept for 2 days. There were too many patients. Not enough time. Not enough help. But the doctor kept working, saving one life, then another, then another. The AI continued. It showed a poor man with little food. Hungry, weak. But when he saw someone worse than him, he shared his last meal. Now the galaxy was silent. This is strange, one alien whispered. These actions, they are not logical. The core intelligence spoke. Its voice was calm, cold, clear. Humanity makes choices beyond survival. The test continued. The AI saw failure, many failures. Humans made mistakes again and again. They fought. They broke trust. They caused suffering. Some aliens smiled again. See? They are flawed. But then, the AI showed something else. Every time humans failed, they tried again. They learned. They changed. They improved. A scientist failed hundreds of times, but did not stop. A broken nation rebuilt itself, stronger than before. A person lost everything, but still stood up again. The aliens started to feel something new. Confusion. Why do they not give up? One asked. The AI answered, because they believe tomorrow can be better. The test was almost complete. The galaxy waited for the final score. Most were still sure. It would be average. Nothing special. The screen turned dark. Then a number appeared. 1, 2, 3. It started rising. 5, 6, 7. Some aliens nodded. Yes, that makes sense. 8, 9. Now the room grew quiet. That is too high, someone said. Then 10. Silence. Complete silence. No one moved. No one spoke. Impossible, someone whispered. But something was wrong. The number did not stop. It kept going. 10.2. The system flickered. 10.5. Alarms began to sound. System error. Stop the test. Reset the AI. But the AI did not stop. The number kept rising. 10.8. The entire galaxy watched in shock. Then it stopped. 11. Everything froze. This had never happened before. Shut it down, one leader shouted. This is a failure. But the core intelligence spoke again. Its voice was louder this time. Stronger. Final. Result confirmed. The galaxy felt fear. Real fear. Explain. Demanded an alien commander. The AI paused for a moment, then said, Humanity cannot be measured within known limits. No one understood. How can a species be above perfect? How can they break the system? The AI gave one last answer. Because humanity is not defined by what they are, a pause, but by what they choose to become. The screens went dark. No one spoke. No one laughed anymore. For the first time in history, the galaxy was afraid of a species that was not the strongest, not the fastest, not the most advanced, but something else, something unknown, and deep inside, they all felt it. This was only the beginning. Because the galaxy had just made a terrible mistake. The silence did not last long. Soon it broke. This is impossible. The system is corrupted. Shut the AI down now. Voices echoed across the galaxy. Leaders shouted. Commanders argued. Scientists panicked. The number 11 still burned in their minds. It felt wrong. It felt dangerous. For thousands of years, the system had rules. Clear rules. Nothing could go beyond 10. Nothing. But now, those rules were broken. A powerful alien leader stood up. Tall, cold, his voice full of anger. This result is false, he said. We demand a reevaluation. Many others agreed. Yes. Run the test again. Prove this mistake. All eyes turned to the core intelligence. The AI remained silent for a moment. Then it spoke. Request denied. The room froze. Denied, the leader repeated. The result is correct, the AI said. That answer only made things worse. This is unacceptable. No system is perfect. You must explain. The pressure on the AI grew, but it did not change. Instead, it made a new decision, displaying evidence. Suddenly, the screens lit up again. The galaxy leaned forward, this time not with curiosity, but with doubt. The AI began showing more humanity, not just their victories, not just their kindness. It showed their worst moments too. Cities burning, people fighting, leaders making terrible choices. Yes, one alien said, pointing at the screen, this is the truth. This is what they are. Many nodded. Now they felt right again. But the AI did not stop. It zoomed in, closer, deeper. In the middle of chaos, it showed something small. A human helping another human stand, even while everything was falling apart. Then another moment, a group sharing water during a disaster. Then another, a person risking everything for someone they did not even know. The aliens grew quiet again. These actions are weak, one said. They gain nothing from this. The AI answered calmly. Incorrect. The word echoed heavily. These actions create trust. These actions build unity. These actions increase survival over time. The aliens looked at each other. They did not fully understand. One scientist spoke carefully. Explain clearly. Why does this increase their score? The AI responded. Because humanity chooses cooperation, even when competition is easier. That answer caused tension. Cooperation is inefficient, another alien argued. Strong species dominate. Weak ones follow. The AI paused, then showed something new, a simulation. Two human groups. One group fought each other. The other worked together. Time passed in seconds. The first group destroyed itself. The second group grew stronger, adapted, survived longer. The result was clear. The room became silent again. But not everyone accepted it. A military commander stepped forward. His voice was sharp. Survival is not enough, he said. Strength decides dominance. Many agreed with him. Yes, they said. If humans are truly superior, they must prove it. The idea spread quickly. Test them in real conditions. Remove their advantages. Push them to their limits. Soon, the decision was made. They would not trust the AI. They would test humanity themselves. The core intelligence spoke again. Warning, direct testing may lead to unintended consequences. But this time, no one listened. We will proceed, the leader said firmly. The AI went silent, and for the first time, it did not try to stop them. That silence felt strange, almost like a warning. Plans began immediately. A harsh world was selected, a planet full of danger, deadly storms, wild creatures, no advanced resources. This will break them, one alien said confidently. They will fail, another added. A small group of humans was chosen. Without explanation, without preparation, they were taken across the stars and dropped onto the unknown world. The galaxy watched again, this time with expectation. This is where they fall, someone whispered. The humans woke up confused, scared, alone. They had nothing, no weapons, no technology, no help, only each other. At first, chaos. They argued. They panicked. They did not know what to do. The aliens watching smiled again. See, this is their true nature. They will collapse. But something unexpected happened. A human stood up, not the strongest, not the smartest, but calm. We need to work together, he said. Some disagreed, some resisted, but slowly they listened. They began to organize. One gathered food, another searched for water, another built shelter. Small steps, simple actions, but together they started to survive. The aliens watching leaned forward. This is too early, one said. They will fail soon. But deep inside, something felt different. Something felt wrong, because the humans were not giving up. And far away, the core intelligence watched silently, as if it already knew what was coming next. The planet was not kind. It did not welcome the humans. It did not care if they lived or died. Dark clouds covered the sky. The wind was cold and sharp. The ground was rough, filled with broken stone and strange plants. The humans stood together, confused, tired, afraid. They did not know where they were. They did not know why they were there. But one thing was clear. If they did nothing, they would die. The first night came quickly. Too quickly. The temperature dropped. The wind grew stronger. Some humans tried to find shelter. Others argued. Fear was spreading. We can't survive here, one shouted. This place will kill us. Panic began to rise. But then, the same calm man stepped forward again. We don't have time to fight, he said. We need warmth. Now. His voice was not loud, but it was steady. Slowly, others listened. They moved together. They found broken rocks and made a small barrier against the wind. They gathered dry plants. They tried to make fire. It was not easy. Their hands shook. The wind fought against them. But after many tries, a small flame appeared. That flame was weak, but it gave hope. The humans sat close together, sharing warmth, sharing silence. Above them, hidden in space, the galaxy watched. They are still alive, one alien said. For now, another replied. The second day was worse. Hunger began to grow. Thirst became painful. The humans spread out carefully, looking for food, looking for water. The planet was dangerous. Strange sounds came from the distance. The ground moved in places. One human found a small water source, dirty but usable. He could have kept it for himself, but he didn't. He called the others. The aliens watching noticed this. Why share? One asked. He found it. It belongs to him. The core intelligence finally spoke again, because survival is stronger when shared. The aliens did not respond, but they kept watching. Days passed. The humans grew weaker, but also stronger. They started to understand the planet, which plants were safe, which areas to avoid. They created simple tools, sharp stones, basic weapons. They worked as one group now. Not perfect. They still argued, still made mistakes. But they did not break. Then the storm came. Without warning, the sky turned black. The wind screamed across the land. The ground shook. Run, someone shouted. But there was nowhere to run. The storm was everywhere. The humans held on to each other, trying not to be blown away. One of them fell. A young man, weak from hunger. He could not stand. The wind pushed him across the ground. No! Another human shouted. Without thinking, she ran into the storm. The wind hit her hard, almost knocking her down. But she did not stop. She reached him, pulled him up. Others saw this, and they joined. One by one, they moved together, holding each other. Step by step, they returned to shelter. The storm lasted for hours. When it finally ended, the humans were still alive. Barely, but alive. The galaxy was silent again. That was unexpected. One alien said slowly, "They should have lost members," another added, "but they didn't, because they refused to leave anyone behind." The days turned into weeks. The humans changed. They were no longer just survivors. They were a team. They built stronger shelters, found better food sources, created signals to communicate. They even began to plan ahead, not just for today, but for tomorrow. One alien observer spoke quietly. "They're adapting too fast." Another replied, "This should not be possible without advanced tools." But the truth was simple. Humans did not wait for perfect conditions. They created them. Then something new happened. A creature appeared, large, fast, dangerous. It attacked without warning. The humans were not ready. One was injured. Another fell. Fear returned instantly. "This is the end," an alien said. But again, something changed. The humans did not run in different directions. They stayed together. They used their simple tools, worked as a group, distracted the creature, protected the injured. It was not clean, not perfect, but it worked. The creature retreated. The humans survived. Again, now, even the strongest alien leaders were quiet, because this was no longer luck. This was something else, something deeper. The core intelligence finally spoke. Observation confirmed. All eyes turned to it. Humanity increases strength under pressure. A pause. They do not break. Another pause. They evolve. The word echoed across the galaxy. Evolve. Now, the fear began to grow. Because if this was true, then this test was not proving humans weak. It was proving something much worse. They were becoming stronger with every challenge, with every struggle. And deep inside, the galaxy started to realize something terrifying. This was not a test for humanity. This was a warning. The galaxy could no longer deny it. Something was wrong. Or maybe something was very right. The humans were still alive. Not just alive, they were improving. Every test that was meant to break them was making them stronger. The alien leaders gathered again. This time, no one was laughing. No one was confident. A large screen showed the human group on a deadly planet. They were building something new, a stronger shelter, better tools, a system. They should be exhausted, one leader said. They should be failing. But they were not. The core intelligence finally spoke again. Its voice was calm, but heavier than before. "You are observing the reason for the score." All eyes turned to the AI. "Explain," the commander demanded. The AI did not answer immediately. Instead, it showed more, not just the present, but the past. Human history appeared again. This time, different moments. A city destroyed by disaster. People crying, searching, lost. Then slowly, people helping each other. Strangers lifting broken walls, sharing food, saving lives. The scene changed. A war, explosions, fire, death. Then again, humans stopping, talking, making peace. The aliens watched closely. "We have seen this before," one said, but the AI zoomed deeper. It showed what happened after. Rebuilding, learning, changing. The same pattern again and again. Failure, pain, loss, then growth. The AI finally spoke. Humanity does not avoid failure. A pause. They use it. The words felt heavy. The aliens looked confused. "Failure weakens a species," one argued. "It reduces efficiency." The AI responded instantly. "Incorrect." Silence followed. "Failure provides data. Pain creates memory. Memory drives change." The galaxy listened carefully now. For humans, failure is not the end. The AI continued. It is a beginning of improvement. The room felt different. The leaders were no longer arguing. They were thinking. The AI showed another example. A single human, alone. He failed again and again at building something. Each attempt broke. Each attempt collapsed. But he kept going, adjusting, learning, improving. Finally, it worked. The AI pause image. This behavior exists across the entire species. Another pause. It cannot be easily stopped. Now, the fear became real. One alien whispered, "If they keep improving like this." Another finished the sentence. "They will surpass all limits." The commander stepped forward again. His voice was no longer full of anger. Now it carried concern. "Why did the system go beyond 10?" he asked. The core intelligence answered slowly. "Because the system was not designed for infinite growth." The words hit like a shock. "Infinite?" someone repeated. The AI continued. "Humanity does not have a fixed limit." The room went completely silent. Their strength is not what they are, but how much they can become. The leaders looked back at the screen. The humans on the planet were working together again. One was injured. Others helped him. One was weak. Others supported him. No one was left behind. The AI spoke again. "Most species reach a peak. They stop improving." A pause. Humans do not stop. The truth was now clear. This was not about strength, not about intelligence. It was about something else, something dangerous. Growth, constant, unstoppable growth. One scientist stepped forward slowly. "This means," he said carefully, "they will continue to evolve no matter the situation." The AI confirmed. "Yes." The word echoed like a warning. The commander looked around the room. For the first time, he did not feel in control. "We made a mistake," he said quietly. No one disagreed. They had created this test. They had pushed humanity. And now, they were watching the result. The humans were not breaking. They were becoming something more, something stronger, something unpredictable. The AI gave one final statement. "You believed you were testing humanity." A pause. "But you created the perfect condition for their growth." The room felt cold, because now they understood this was not a controlled test anymore. This was a catalyst, a trigger, and it had already started. On the screen, the humans stood together, stronger than before, more organized, more aware. They were no longer just surviving. They were preparing for something bigger. And far across the galaxy, a quiet fear began to spread, because the question was no longer, are humans strong? Now the question was, how strong will they become? The truth had been revealed, and it changed everything. The galaxy was no longer confused, no longer doubtful. Now it was afraid. Across distant star systems, messages spread quickly, encrypted signals, emergency calls, secret warnings. Humanity is not limited. They are growing faster than expected. Immediate action may be required. The words traveled far, from powerful empires to small colonies. Everywhere, the same reaction. Fear. Some races refuse to accept it. "This is an exaggeration," they said. "They are still weak." But others had seen the truth. They had watched the test. They had seen the humans survive, adapt, evolve. And they knew this was not normal. A secret meeting was called. Not public, not recorded. Only the most powerful leaders were invited. The room was dark, silent, heavy with tension. The commander stood at the center. His voice was calm, but serious. "We must decide," he said, "before it is too late." A tall alien stepped forward. "We should destroy them now," he said, "before they become a threat." The words were direct, cold. Some leaders agreed immediately. "Yes, this is the safest option. And early." But not everyone agreed. A smaller, wiser leader spoke slowly. "If we attack, we may trigger their growth even faster." The room became quiet. "What do you mean?" someone asked. The leader looked at the screen. The humans were still working together on the planet. "They grow under pressure," he said. "We have already seen this." A pause. "If we push them into war, They will become stronger. The truth was hard to ignore. Another leader spoke. Then we control them. How? Someone asked. We guide them, limit them, keep them dependent. The idea spread quickly. Yes, control their resources, block their expansion. But again, the commander was not convinced. You are thinking like before, he said. You still believe they can be contained. Silence filled the room, because deep inside, they knew that might not be true. Far away, the humans continued their struggle. But something had changed. They were no longer just reacting. They were planning. They created better tools, stronger defenses, clear roles. Each human had a purpose now. They were becoming organized, more than survivors. A system, back in the galaxy. The core intelligence spoke again. Observation update. All leaders turned toward it. Human coordination efficiency has increased. Adaptation speed rising. Risk level growing. The word risk echoed loudly. Now, even the strongest leaders felt it. This was no longer theory. This was happening. A young alien observer spoke quietly. What if we're already too late? No one answered, because no one had a clear answer. Then suddenly, something unexpected happened. A signal appeared from the test planet. The humans had created it. A basic communication signal. Weak but real. They are trying to reach out, one scientist said in shock. How is that possible? Another asked. They have no advanced tools. But they did it anyway. The core intelligence analyzed the signal. Message detected. Play it, the commander ordered. The room went silent. The message was simple, broken, but clear. A human voice. We don't know who is watching, but we know someone is there. The leaders froze. We are surviving, the voice continued. We are learning. A pause. And we are not alone anymore. The message ended. The room felt colder than before. They know, someone whispered. They don't know everything, another replied, but they suspect. The commander closed his eyes for a moment. This was getting worse. Much worse, because awareness changes everything. And now, humans were becoming aware, not just of their environment, but of something beyond it. The core intelligence gave another update. Prediction model active. All eyes turn again. If current growth continues, a pause, humanity will reach galactic-level capability faster than projected. How fast? The commander asked. The AI answered. Faster than any known species in recorded history. That was it, the final warning. The room fell into deep silence, because now there was no more doubt, no more denial. Only one truth remained. Humanity was rising, and nothing was slowing them down. The commander looked at the others. We must choose now, he said. Peace. A pause. Control. Another pause. Or war. No one spoke, because every choice was dangerous. Far away, on the harsh planet, the humans stood together, looking at the sky, unaware of the full truth, but ready for whatever comes next. And deep in space, the core intelligence watched everything, silent, as if it already knew that the galaxy had reached a turning point, one that could not be undone. The decision could not be delayed anymore. The galaxy stood at a crossroads. Peace, control, or war. Each choice carried risk. Each choice could change the future forever. The leaders remained in silence. No one wanted to speak first, because deep inside, they all knew something important. This was not about humans anymore. This was about survival. Finally, the commander stepped forward. His voice was calm, but heavy with truth. We cannot destroy them, he said. Some leaders reacted immediately. Why not? They are still weak. This is our chance. But the commander raised his hand. They are weak now, he said slowly, but not for long. The room went quiet again. If we attack them, he continued, we will give them exactly what they need. A pause. Pressure. The word echoed across the room. And pressure makes them stronger. No one argued, because they had seen it, again and again. Then another leader spoke. Then we control them. The commander shook his head. We already tried that, he said. We created this test to control the outcome. He looked at the screen. The humans were still working together, still improving. And now look at them. Silence answered him. The truth was clear. Humans could not be controlled. Not in the usual way. Not with fear. Not with limits. Because limits did not stop them. They broke them. The core intelligence finally spoke again. Recommendation available. All eyes turned toward it. Speak, the commander said. The AI paused for a moment. Then it gave the answer no one expected. Coexist. The word felt strange. Unfamiliar. Some leaders reacted with confusion. Coexist? With them? Why? The AI explained. Humanity does not seek destruction by default. They seek connection. The room listened carefully. When met with hostility, they adapt. When met with cooperation, they align. A pause. Outcome depends on your choice. That was the truth. Simple. Clear. The commander took a deep breath. So, we decide what they become, he said quietly. The AI responded. Partially. The room went still. Humanity will grow regardless. But your actions will shape the direction of that growth. The weight of those words settled deeply. Because now, the galaxy understood something important. Humans were not just powerful. They were responsive. They became stronger in war. But they could also become allies in peace. The commander turned back to the leaders. We have one chance, he said. One chance to choose wisely. A long silence followed. Then, one by one, the leaders nodded. Not all, but enough. The decision was made. No war. No control. Peace. Far away, on the harsh planet, something changed. A bright light appeared in the sky. The humans looked up. A ship, not attacking, not threatening, just watching. Then, a signal, clear this time, strong. The humans received it. A message appeared. You are not alone. The humans looked at each other, confused, hopeful. Another message followed. We see your strength. We choose peace. Silence filled the group. They did not fully understand, but they felt it. This was not an enemy. This was something new. Slowly, one human stepped forward. He looked at the sky, then spoke. We choose the same. The message was sent, back across the stars. The leaders received it, and for the first time, they felt something unexpected. Relief. The core intelligence gave its final statement. Final evaluation complete. The room became silent again. Humanity is not perfect. A pause. They fail. They struggle. They change. Another pause. But they continue. The words echoed across every system. That is why they exceed all limits. The screen lit up one last time. The number appeared again. 11. But now, it did not feel like an error. It felt like a truth. The galaxy no longer questioned it, because now they finally understood. Humanity was not defined by power, not by intelligence, not by perfection, but by something far more dangerous. Potential, endless potential. And as long as that potential existed, they would keep growing, keep rising, keep surprising the universe. The humans on the planet stood together, looking at the sky, not as survivors anymore, but as something more. A beginning, and far beyond the stars. The galaxy watched them, not with fear this time, but with respect, because now they knew the truth. The AI did not make a mistake. Humanity truly deserved a score beyond perfect.